पूज्याय राघवेन्द्राय सत्यधर्मरताय च भजतां कल्पवृक्षाय नमतां कामधेनवे
Greetings to all. Welcome you all to Know Our Guru series on Sri Raghavendra Tirtha. So we are moving from one Venkatanada last week, Swami Desikan, to another Venkatanada, Sri Raghavendra. But Sri Raghavendra Swami was born as Venkatanatha in the town of Bhuvanagiri in Tamil Nadu to Timmanna and Gopigamba, a Desastha Madhava Brahmin family of musicians and scholars after blessings from Lord Venkateshwara. His great-grandfather Krishna Bhatta was a tutor to Vijayanagara king Krishnadevaraya. His grandfather was Kanakakala Bhatta and his father Timmanna Bhatta was an accomplished scholar and musician. After the fall of Vijayanagara Empire, Timmanna migrated to Kanji with his wife Gopikamba. Venkatanada had two siblings, Guru Raja and Venkatamba. Avatar. Sri Raghavendra is believed to be the incarnation of a celestial called Shankukarna. The incarnation of this celestial are as follows. 1. Sri Prahlada. The story of Prahlada is very well known and needs no further elaboration. But not many people know that he had an avesha of Vayu in him. 2. Sri Bakhlika. Bakhlika was a very pious king in Dwapara Yuga. He was a great devotee of Lord Krishna. But due to circumstances beyond his control, he ended up fighting against the Pandavas. So he wanted to die at the hands of Bhima. So challenged him to fight. But Bhima was reluctant because he is a devotee of Lord Krishna. But Bakhlika begged him to kill so that he could take future birth and serve him. Bhima is believed to be again an avatar of Vayu like Madhvacharya with devotion. 3. Sri Vyasa Tirtha. Bakhlika was reborn as Vyasa Tirtha, one of the most revered Madhva saints. He was the revered Raja Guru who helped King Krishnadevaraya through several major crises in his life. 4. Sri Raghavendra Tirtha. Vyasa Tirtha was reborn as Raghavendra Tirtha with the special grace of Lord Hari and Vayu. Early life. Venkatanada lost his father early. His education was undertaken by his brother-in-law, Lakshmi Narasimhacharya at Madurai. He got married to Saraswati, a very virtuous lady from a very good family. Saraswati proved to be the ideal wife for Venkatanada, and the couple had a son whom they named Lakshmi Narayana. Venkatanada was a skilled musician and a great scholar, but he never demanded any money for his services and accepted whatever was offered to him. Since this happened very rarely, he had little or no means to support his family and had to endure a life of utter dire poverty. So he decided to seek refuge under Sri Sudhindra Tirtha. Even though maintenance of his family was the pretext for moving, Venkatanada's main objective was to continue his education under Sri Sudhindra Tirtha. Sannyasa. One day, Mularama came in Sri Sudhindra Tirtha dream, informed him that Venkatanatha was the most ideal person to be the next pontiff, and instructed him to give sannyasa to Venkatanatha. But Venkatanatha told his guru that he would not be able to take this up at that point of time, as he has a family. But one day, Goddess Saraswati herself came in Venkatanatha's dream and reminded him of his avatar and its purpose, and instructed him to abide by the wishes of his guru. So the next day morning, Venkatanatha rushed to Sudhindra's mud and communicated the events of the previous night. Sudhindra initiated Venkatanatha into sannyasa and gave him the ashranama of Sri Raghavendra Tirtha. This name Raghavendra Tirtha had been indicated to Sudhindra Tirtha by Mularama himself in his dream. His wife Saraswati, who could not bear that he has become a sannyasa, committed suicide. When the ghost of Saraswati tries to visit Sri Raghavendra and enter the mud, he sensed it and sprinkled water, instantly giving her moksha and liberation from the cycle of birth and death. Even today, as per the instruction of Sri Raghavendra, married ladies are honored in memory of Saraswati and her sacrifices. Nawab and Manchale. Sri Raghavendra moved out of Kumbakonam and went to Adoni. The Nawab wanted to test Rayuru. He put meat on silver plates and covered it with silk cloths. But when Swami sprinkled water, they became fresh flowers and fruits. Realizing his mistake, Nawab begged for forgiveness. The Nawab also gave Manchale to Sri Raghavendra Mad, where the Mantralaya is situated at present. Brindavana Pravesha. On the chosen day in the year 1671, Sri Raghavendra performed Mularama Puja. He then went and sat at the chosen point. After this, he began reciting the Pranava mantra. In a very short time, he was lost in meditation. He reached the highest point and his face was serene, shining with rare brilliance. At one stage, the Jabamala on his hands became still. Venkana and the disciples understood this sign and they started arranging the slabs around him as per the instructions given already by Sri Raghavendra. Other names. As we have seen, Venkatanada's birth name. Sudha Parimalacharya, in recognition of his immense depth of knowledge of Shastras, Vedas, and other complex philosophical concepts. Mahabhashyacharya, for his knowledge and mastery over grammar. Rayaru, fondly and affectionately called by devotees. Sri Raghavendra Tirtha, name given by his guru Sri Sudhindra Tirtha on assuming ashrama. Conversation with Sir Thomas Munro. In the 19th century, when the British were ruling India, they passed a law abolishing all Imam lands. Since Manchale was coming under this category, the British government wanted to take away the lands belonging to the mud. But there are representations made, and finally, the government appointed a settlement officer, Thomas Munro, to inquire and make an appropriate recommendation. Before starting this task, Munro met with the revenue officer of Manchale and learned about the history of the place and miracles performed by Rayaru. He visited Manchale, went to Brindavana with reverence, taking care to remove his shoes and headdress. His assistant saw that he seemed to be in a trance-like state and was muttering something. Finally, he became normal and went around the Brindavana. When his assistants queried him, he told them that Sri Raghavendra Swami himself came out of the Brindavana and explained to him in perfect English the historical sanctity of the place and why the land should not be taken away. As proof of this astonishing event, he showed his assistants the mantraksha, the consecrated rice, that Rayaru used to give. He has been given to himself as a blessing. He then immediately sent a recommendation to the governor of Madras that the land should not be taken away. Next, something very surprising happened. The governor of Madras had to go back to England because of the sickness of a relative and series of other transfers and moves. Munro ended up becoming the governor of Madras. He took oath of office, fully convinced that he had got this post by the grace of Rayaru. Imagine the surprise of Munro when he saw that the first file that he had to deal with in the new post as governor was his own recommendation made from Manchale. He is supposed to have stood up, saluted the file, and passed the orders immediately that the lands not be taken away. In the course of time, Munro was awarded many prestigious honors and titles and finally became Sir Thomas Munro by the time he retired. So, dear all, as I used to say, the purpose of this series is to create interest and make you go and search for more such events which are there in plenty, particularly like our gurus like Sri Raghavendra, where there are hundreds of events where he raised the dead and all such miracles performed by him. And there are a lot of films also. So care has been taken to ensure that only lesser known facts are discussed here. Guru Raghavendra Stotram. Sri Raghavendra Haripada Kancha. Nishevan Labda Samasta Sampat. Deva Swabhavo Dvijita Drumo. Ayamishta Pradome Satatam Sabhuyat. Sri Raghavendra devoted to the feet of Narayana, who serves him with all the assets that he has, who is godlike, who is similar to the wish-giving tree, would bless me with all my wishes, always. ఎంతరో మహానుభావులు అంతరికి వంతనము.
येषो मे गतं दिक्षुदानप्रतापात् जगद्वस्तु सर्वं करे यत्प्रसादात् मनश्चेन्न लग्नं गुरोरङ्घ्रिपद्मे ततः किं ततः किं ततः किं ततः किम्.